I'm a lender.
Mm-hmm.
You have 10 different names, 10 different addresses, 5 phone numbers, 6 email addresses, and you're applying to me for a line of credit. Dude, I don't know who you are. How do I know if you're not just walking in these streets
Facts.
using 10 different names to apply for lines of credit? So a lot of people don't even know that it's the personal information before they even look at anything else on their credit. It's the first thing that got them denied. You're not credible.
Hey, what's the name of this show?
I Talk Gray.
I Talk Great.
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Williams. I Talk Gray, where we talk about the gray areas of business because it's never just black and white. I got the credit hero in the building, consumer law expert, Daraine Delevante.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's good, brother? Have to do it right, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. What's going on, brother?
Everything is good, man. How you doing, though?
Man, better now that I'm speaking to you.
I appreciate that, King.
I appreciate that. Thank
man.
you.
How was your week so far, though?
Man, it's been a busy week. Been on the move and just sharing the message with all people that I come in contact with. And this is why we're here now, to share it with, each one teach one, and trying to get this to as much people as humanly possible. So for you right now that's tuning in, prepare to be amazed. It's going to be an epic episode.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Get your pens, your pads out, because this man's about to drop gems. But before we do that, where you from, though?
So I'm from Jamaica because I'm an island boy.
Okay.
I'm a real island boy.
Run from my yard.
I ain't no fake island boy. I'm a real island boy. So born and grew up in Jamaica.
Okay.
Moved here when I was 20, and I've been here ever since.
Okay. But what made you leave a yard and come off foreign?
So I came here in a school work and travel visa. I was
Okay.
going to go to med school, and I moved here, and at 19 years old, I started betting on myself. I told my mom, I'm not coming back. My mom was crying. You need to come back. Med school, all of this stuff. I said, I'm not coming back. I don't know what to tell you, Mom, but I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
And, people are so scared to take a chance on themselves that they repeatedly pass up opportunities.
Yeah.
So before I even knew anything about what I would be doing and what my purpose was and what I was being prepared for, I was already under the impression that I'm going to bet on me. And I committed to it. I have no family here. I left everybody in Jamaica. I moved to New Hampshire.
At 19?
Yep, 19 years old.
Yo, where did that type of mindset come from? How you just leave home, come here?
I just like betting on me, bro.
What? That's crazy.
It's always something.
So what was you doing when you got here? Because you say you was on a student visa, right?
Work and travel visa.
Okay.
So I was working my first job at Dairy Queen, making like $7.25.
Dairy Queen, I remember
that.
that.
Oh yeah, I thought I was killing it making $7.25 at Dairy Queen. I was killing it.
Well, where was this?
That was 2010.
Okay. Well, where? Where did you go?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Okay. Okay.
Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite of Jamaica, dude.
Yeah,
I've never been that cold in my life.
Yo, who you telling?
There was still snow on the side of the road. I came up in March.
Okay.
We don't have snow in Jamaica.
Yeah, no.
So I was seeing all of that for the first time, dude. My bones were cold.
You wasn't even ready for that.
I wasn't even dressed for. I've never been that cold in my life.
In flip flops.
Yeah, bro. Boot shoes. Right?
Yo, okay.
So came to New Hampshire, was working at Dairy Queen, and then I decided the September, because I came to March, I decided to leave now and go to New York. New York is a different type of cold.
No,
so
facts.
I went to New York. I still wasn't dressed properly because I've never experienced a winter. So I got my little jacket on and jeans, cut up jeans.
Yeah.
Bad idea. With sneakers, bad idea. Dude, September 18, I thought New Hampshire was cold.
Nah, New York?
New York was on
in Queens or Brooklyn?
So Bronx.
Okay,
but the bus I came down, I think it's like the Peter Pan bus, the green one that come from Boston that let you off in Chinatown.
Yeah.
My bones were shaking, bro. That's how it was cold, right? And came to New York. No family here, but my godfather said, he's willing to take a chance on me. So shout out to Milton. He decided to take a chance on me.
Yeah.
And I was at his house. Now, crazy thing is, his wife thought I was his son.
What?
Yeah, man. So
So you came to ruin the family?
Yeah, I don't know. The last son came home or something. I don't know what it was, man.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the wife thought I was his son, and over a period of time, I let her know, no, he's not my father. He's just my godfather. We're here. I'm here. And then eventually, I moved from there. So being in New York now, I got a job at Five Guys. Shout out to Five Guys.
Five Guys.
They took a chance on your boy, right? So there was a store being opened up. So I was one of the first persons to open up that store. I was the best fry shaker in the history of Five Guys. I don't care what. Ain't nobody shake them baskets, but you got to shake them baskets 18 times.
Hold on, so you opened up your own Five Guys?
No. Someone opened it, but I was an employee. It was a brand new store.
Okay.
It was a brand new store.
All right.
So I was the best fry cook there, bro. I'm smashing those potatoes, bum. Because like if anything I can tell you guys about what I know about Five Guys, is that their food is fresh.
It's fresh.
Potatoes,
I never had one.
Potatoes are cut in the morning. They're soaked. The meat,
really,
like.
It's not like Mickey D's.
No, if anything's left over, it gets tossed out. Nothing goes over to the next day.
Wow.
Everything is fresh. It gets prepped the morning off and used throughout the day. Everything is fresh.
That man going hard for Five Guys.
Nah, I'm telling you, they gave your boy a chance, right?
Yeah.
So now, I moved in with a buddy of mine because I left my godfather's house because I wanted to be. I want to have my girl over.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. So now I had to find my own way. So I moved out. I couldn't even get an apartment because I got denied. I had no credit. No credit. I came from Jamaica. So
okay.
Like what people don't know about America is either you got Jamaica is money or no money. America, money, no money, but there's something in the middle called credit.
Okay.
See, credit is unique to this place. It is not everywhere else. Y'all be thinking credit is everywhere.
So Jamaica don't have no credit cards? No, nothing?
No, they have credit cards, but the credit system doesn't work like the one here.
Oh,
so you can have nothing and leverage credit to become a millionaire. You can't do that in Jamaica. Okay. You either have some money or you don't have some money. You're either on the spectrum or not on the spectrum, right? So I moved in now, got my one room. I was feeling good, bro. But I was still walking 3 miles to work.
Damn.
Yeah, it was rough.
Walking 3 miles to the Five Guys.
Talking about starting from the bottom, yeah. I lived in Mount Vernon, walking all the way to Pelham to go to work. And then no, I got a job as a security guard when I was making a little bit more than like $15 an hour, $16 an hour.
You look kind of swole.
Yeah, right? So I decided now to go get my first car. Denied again. So I had to call my boy Kevin, and I called Kevin and I said, hey, Kevin, they say I need something called a cosigner. I don't know what it is. He's like, all right, man, may I come over there?
Yeah,
right? So Kevin came and Kevin became a cosigner. Now, I didn't know at the time what I was asking Kevin to do to become a cosigner for me. See, people ask other people to become co-signers for them without knowing the full responsibility of what it means to co-sign. Right? It is. Because if I had defaulted, Kevin would have been liable for all of that.
Yeah, no,
right?
Facts.
So when you're becoming a co-signer, you're literally saying, I am standing here as security in the event that you decide not to pay this alleged debt, that I'm gonna take it over.
Yeah, I ain't even doing that for my kids.
But I didn't know. And this is why credit is so important and why when you have bad credit, you live an expensive life.
Okay.
So I didn't know but I was responsible.
Hold on. When you have bad credit, you live an expensive life.
Oh, everything is expensive.
Dropping bars out the gate.
You pay for bad credit, you pay for everything at least 3 to 4 times with bad credit. All right, let me give you some context.
Okay.
2007 Nissan Altima. 75,000 miles on it, right?
Not that bad.
I was paying 18.9% interest rate.
Damn.
Yep, and I was a new driver, so my insurance was $350.
What?
My car payment was like $550. I was paying close to $900 a month for a used Nissan Altima 2007 with 75,000 miles. Bad credit is the most expensive bill I've ever paid.
Damn.
So think about everybody right now.
Yeah.
There was an image that came out a few months ago where this dad bought this daughter. I'm not sure if y'all saw the image. A daughter, a car. It was like a 1995. Where is it? Let me find it on my phone. Like, it was crazy. So.
Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to figure out, how did you establish good credit if you ain't had no credit?
So the thing about credit is, all right, guys, I'm gonna find this later and bring it to y'all.
Yeah.
See if one of y'all can find it in the background for me, and then give me some context on it.
Okay.
So father buys daughter like a 1995. You'll see the image somewhere, right? So fast forward now, right? Still have no credit. So now I got a credit card. Now I got an auto loan. I had another credit card, so I had 3 trade lines reporting. So I started building credit, but I didn't know at the time what was happening. Mm-hmm. So I got my Nissan Altima. I feel like, I'm paying $900 a month, but shit, your boy got his car now, right?
Yeah.
So
you starting now,
bro. So now, as we go further in, now I joined the military and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw that you joined the military.
So having good credit is essential to the type of jobs you get in the military, because now security clearances, if you're not able to take care of your finances, you could become a security risk. So there's certain jobs you can get.
You gotta have good credit to join the military?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
To get certain jobs in the military, like an intel, a police, finance. There's certain jobs in the military. It requires a certain level of security clearance. So if your credit is bad, you can't get it. Or if you had those jobs and you now have bad credit and they do their periodic review, you can lose your security clearance.
Wow. Okay.
Right?
So, hold on. So you were doing security. Well, Five Guys security.
Mm-hmm.
Now you in the military. What made you want to do that?
So remember, I'm not from here. So I had a green card. So I joined the military to get my citizenship. So I got that in like 3 months.
Smart. Okay, so you ain't want to get married for the papers.
I don't like people having. I don't like people having that level of control over me.
Yeah.
Especially going back to immigration and pleading to.
And you gotta put on the show.
Join the military.
I love her.
Yep, joined the military, got my citizenship.
That was smart.
And, did my time. So fast forward now, 2019. I was on what is called an active duty status, because even though you're reserve in the military, you are able to get active duty spots. And this particular spot that I had, I was looking about getting a city job, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because we've been fed the Kool-Aid, get work for the city or the state, do your 30 to 40 years, 40 hours a week,
come to Popo.
Yep. Like retire on 40%, white picket fence and half a dog, and the whole Kool-Aid, right? So I drank the Kool-Aid. And
you drunk a bit.
And I put in my 2 weeks notice because I was getting a city job. So what I do in the military is called a CBRN specialist, 74 Delta, which is a chemical, biological, nuclear radiation specialist. Basically, it's handling hazardous material.
Okay,
right?
I thought you was building bombs.
No.
Okay.
Right. So when I applied for the city job now, everything was coming through. And like a week before I started the job, they told me the position was not available anymore.
Dang.
Mind you, I put in my 2 weeks notice already, and I was already training my replacement. Yeah.
Wow.
So now I had no job to go to. I had no job to go back to. But you see, I didn't know that God was setting me up for my stuff. See, sometimes you got to go through some stuff to get to our stuff. And sometimes we are so caught up in the moment, we can't see what's around the corner, which is really true. You can see around the corner, but exercise a little tactical patience. Right?
Facts.
So as that happened now, I was at the barber shop and I heard my barber talking about Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I'm like, what kind of dumbass book is that? Yeah. Right? What dumbass book is that, Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Why you got 2 dad? Dumbass book. But I was just angry, bro. I just lost the job. I'm not bro. I was angry.
No, facts.
Right? So I was curious. So now on my way driving home, I listened the audiobook. Boy, did that change my whole life.
Yeah.
I listened it twice that night, bought the book the next day, and read it 6 times. The same book.
Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Completely revolutionized the way I was thinking.
So that opened up your mindset. Okay.
It was the holy grail. Robert Kiyosaki, shout out to you. You've made more millionaires than anybody.
Big facts.
Like Robert and Napoleon Hill made more millionaires than anybody. So right, next after that, I came in contact with Think and Grow Rich. Boy, my mind got blown. And then those two books were the foundation of my new way of thinking, my new identity, and my new self-development. So fast forward now to 2020, we deployed. I was reading everything.
Okay.
Everything, business, credit, taxes, real estate, finances, whatever was in that realm, I'm reading it, right?
All from that one.
All from Think and
one
Grow.
book. Okay.
And Rich Dad Poor Dad. So my deployment, I read 140 books, right, in 1 year.
140 books in 1 year?
I was averaging 6 to 8 books a month, 6 to 10 books a month.
So how you was reading all these books but doing your biohazard stuff?
So now, see, the job that I had at that time, it was it's called a battle sergeant, right? So basically, I'm taking in reports, making the reports, but I'm not the one taking it. I had people working on them.
Yeah.
My job was to supervise them.
Okay.
So I'm always reading. It was like 8 to 10 hour shifts. That's a lot of time to read.
Okay.
So I'm knocking out sometimes 2 books.
So you work
on one
shift
shift
at the same time.
100%.
All right.
But you see, if you wanna see a powerful person, you see, educate them. See, an educated black man is a dangerous person. And over there now, my E7 at the time, the sergeant, was like, "Oh, Sergeant Delevante, you can't be reading at work. It's not military related." I was like, "You didn't lost your damn."
Hold on, so they trying to stop you from reading books?
From reading. I said, "Y'all lost your damn mind." I said, "Send me home." I was willing to.
Slavery is over.
I'm willing to risk it all now because I knew now.
So you knew you was on to something.
Come on, bro.
Okay.
I knew now what I was on to. It was a total game changer. I said, "Send me home. Go ahead."
But all the knowledge that you was acquiring, right? What made you choose consumer law?
We're getting there.
Okay.
So now I had like 10,000 in like credit card debt or something like that, right? So I started
10,000 in credit card debt.
Because remember, everybody got credit card debt when you don't know how to handle it. You max out, you pay minimum payments, correct?
Okay.
Living above my means, all of that stuff. Now, I learned the snowball method, and that's what I used to pay down the credit card. So for those of you who are wondering what the snowball method is, you take the minimum payments on all the cards and you start paying them. But you use the small, so everything extra that you were putting on the big ones, you're redirecting it to the small one. So you're going to hit the small one off first, right? While maintaining minimum payments on the other one. And when you're finished paying the small one, everything that you were paying with the small one, you roll over into the next one.
Okay.
Right? Still maintaining minimum payments. When you get that one off, everything that you were rolling over here, you roll over to the next one. So you're chopping it down. And then within like 6 months, I built up my first 800 credit score in Kuwait. Not
800
even
credit score?
Yep, 805 to be exact. Not even in the U.S., in Kuwait, with a cell phone, in 140-degree weather, walking 1.5 miles to work.
So what were you using to actually check your credit score? Credit Karma?
Credit Karma and Experian.
How good is Credit Karma really?
The scoring model that they use is trash. It's not trash. Let me retract that. It's just a different scoring model that is not widely used.
Okay.
See, people misunderstand Credit Karma. Credit Karma's score is correct, but it's correct for a Vantage scoring model. So there's 2 main types. FICO, Fair Isaacs Corporation, and there's Vantage 2.0 or 3.0.
Okay.
This is the ones that the consumer reporting agencies came up with. So FICO, it's its own independent technology software company that made a algorithm that assesses risk based on what the information is on your consumer reports.
Okay.
Right? So most banks use FICO. Right? Whether it's version 2, 4, 8, 6, 5, 9, 10, or 10T. That's what they use. So now I'm seeing it. So for data, Credit Karma is good. It shows you your Equifax and your TransUnion.
Yeah.
And if you have your Experian, you have all three.
Yeah.
So you can monitor them. If you're not using like myfico.com or another credit monitoring software to see the changes. So now, as I was using that, now I started learning, because I'm reading books, bro. Credit book after credit book, everything, right? So now I'm learning now how to build out the profile, what a great profile looks like, all of that stuff. So boom, 3 to 6 months in, hit my first 800. I was like, yo.
Well, but hold on. Let's slow it down, because you said you're in Kuwait with an 800 credit score.
No, went there with a 605, came out with an 805.
Yes. You build it there, right? But what I'm trying to figure out is, while you were here, right, and didn't have any credit, how'd you start to build it? Like, what was the first steps that you did to build a good credit? I mean, while you was here, like, to even get credit at all.
So building credit is about adding trade lines, right?
Adding trade.
So credit cards, loans, personal loans, secured loans, auto loans, mortgages, more credit cards.
Okay.
Information, your credit score is a result of information. If it's good information, positive number, right? If it's bad information or negative information, bad credit score, right? It's just that.
Yeah.
If the information is great, you're handling everything good based on the 5 factors of FICO: payment history, utilization, length of credit history, new credit, and mixture of credit, you're good if you're using that algorithm correctly. But now you have to know how to use it.
Okay.
So that's what I figured out on my deployment. I didn't have good credit going into deployment. My credit was terrible.
Okay.
I'm talking like 605.
That's not that.
That's right above 590, bro.
Yeah, no, true.
Right.
But how are you getting a trade line with bad credit?
You have to delete first. So the first thing you
Okay.
need to do is you need to pull the reports.
All right.
So when you pull your consumer reports, the first thing you need to do is identify inaccurate information. See, inaccurate and outdated information are one of the biggest things that lead to a lot of people getting denied. So when you find these inaccurate stuff, you need to highlight them and you need to
You
dispute
say
them.
inaccurate information. Like, what do you
Stuff
mean?
that's not true, stuff that's incomplete. Like, all right, so my name is Daraine Delevante, right? So if you see Daraine L. Delevante, Daraine Q. Delevante, Delevante D, like those are that's not my name, right?
Okay.
I'm seeing 15 different addresses that's outdated that I can't get any mail to or I can't get anything. Those are outdated information,
And
right?
those things can stop your credit score.
Oh, absolutely. Think about it this way. I'm a lender. You have 10 different names, 10 different addresses, 5 phone numbers, 6 email addresses, and you're applying to me for a line of credit. Dude, I don't know who you are. How do I know if you're not just walking in these streets
Facts.
using 10 different names to apply for lines of credit? So a lot of people don't even know that it's the personal information before they even look at anything else on their credit. It's the first thing that got them denied. You're not credible. You should have one name.
You're not credible.
Think about it.
All right, it makes sense.
If you're running around telling everybody that you're John Doe, John D. Rockefeller, John Cruz, and you borrow some funds from my guy, and he lent you $1,000, you went over there borrow some more money, and you gave a different name. But then when we're going through social media, he's like, yo, this dude owes me money. His name is James. Wait, James? This dude's name's Mark. Wait, this dude's name's Andre.
Okay.
And then now somebody that was there, you hit him up, say, yo, I'm going to borrow $1,000. And then he remembered that conversation. And he saw you with 10 different names, borrowing everybody's money and not paying it back.
No, facts.
You ain't getting that. You didn't get
So
no
it can
bread.
slow you down in your growth
Significantly.
process. Yeah.
So you have to take charge of the report and clean up your personal information. One name, one address, one phone number, one email, delete your employment. It's nobody's business. You don't need to put that on there, right? Then the next thing you want to do now is look at the accounts being reported. Are these accounts my accounts, and did I open these accounts?
Okay.
Because a lot of people fall victim to identity theft. Look at how many data breaches we've had.
Yeah, no fact. Yo, it's getting crazy,
Yeah.
man. That
People
whole-
are hacking everything now, right?
Yeah, bro.
Open up lines of credit in other people's names. So
Yeah.
you want to see now if there are accounts on your credit report that don't belong to you. Now you could be a victim of identity theft. And now that's a separate process to get those items blocked.
Okay.
Right?
But what obligations does the debtors have to the consumer?
to report accurate information. If the information is not accurate, it has to be deleted. So the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA, 15 USC 1681, that governs how information gets reported. And the first thing Congress says when you look up 15 USC 1681 is accuracy and fairness of the credit report. It must be accurate. It must be fair. It must be equitable to the consumer.
Yeah.
Right? So,
but how could you get it deleted if the person did it? Like,
well,
if I, like, okay, right, I had a Chase card, and I actually kind of went above, you know, and I didn't pay it, and it ended up getting on my credit. So you saying something like that could get deleted?
Absolutely.
How?
Every account, because of consumer law. There is no law that says anything have to get reported on your credit. The law says you, the consumer, control. All right. Let's see if I got something.
Really?
I want to make a bet with you.
He placing bets.
I'm willing to put up $1,000 right now, right?
What?
Someone put up a whole $1,000 right now, right?
Okay.
That you have the power.
That man
Right
got
here.
the hundreds.
That you have the power to control what gets reported on your consumer report. I'm going to prove to you that a credit bureau don't exist. I'm going to prove to you that late payments are illegal. And I'm going to prove to you that factors of FICO and Vantage are not a part of your consumer report.
But when you go look for like a property and stuff, they always say, okay, what's your FICO score?
It doesn't matter what they say. What is law?
That's
So
crazy.
if you're confident in what you're saying right now, you wouldn't have any issues then taking this $1,000. All right, so fair game. It's right there.
I mean, I don't know. You the expert. So you got to show.
Are you willing to take me up on this?
I mean, I ain't got $1,000 to give you if I do. You know what I'm saying? Well, you the expert, so okay. So go ahead.
All right.
Educate
So
us.
take your phone out, right? I
It's
want
right
you to
here.
look up right now 15 USC 1681.
Okay, we doing some research here, y'all. Hold on. 15
USC 1681.
UFC?
US.
Oh,
U-
USC.
Yeah,
Okay, it popped up.
1681.
Okay, what is 15 USC? Inaccurate credit reports directly impair the efficiency of the banking system, and unfair credit reporting methods undermine the public confidence, which is essential to the continued functioning of the banking system. Now, what that mean?
All right. So information that is reported by creditors must be accurate. If not, it undermines the public confidence in the whole banking system. The United States is backed by full faith and what? Credit of the United States, meaning the banks run the U.S. corporation,
Okay.
right? So if the banks run it, if people stop banking, what do you think is going to happen to the economy?
The
It's going
crash.
to tank, right?
Yeah.
So now, scroll down. All right, so right there, you're going to see like 1, 2, 3, 4. You see it?
Let me go back to it. Hold on.
Go back to 15 USC 1681.
I see there's like A, B, 2A.
No. So click 1681 itself.
Okay.
You're going to be on the congressional findings.
No, this is Cornell University.
Yep, you should see congressional findings. On the 15 USC 1681. If you type that into Google, it's going to pull it up.
Hold on. Fine Law, Fair Credit Act Report. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
No. So just type into Google 15 USC 1681.
Okay, I did that, and
Yeah, so it should bring you now
to.
to Cornell Law now.
Yeah,
and
what's this? Cornell University.
correct.
Okay.
And it's going to bring up you to congressional findings. 15 USC 1681.
Congressional findings. Okay, let's.
That's 1681 by itself.
This is a whole long. You went to law school?
No, I just studied it.
Hold on. Okay. Why I ain't seeing it?
Let me see what you got.
Hold on.
All right.
That man said he gonna prove.
So you're at 1681A. That's my next thing that I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
So what you did was you just type in 15 USC 1681, but you put in 1681A. So now when you're in 1681, it's going to bring you to congressional rules and findings, right?
Okay.
So now read what Congress says.
The banking system is dependent upon fair and accurate credit reporting. Inaccurate credit reports directly impair the efficiency of the banking system, and unfair credit reporting methods undermine the public's confidence, which is essential to the continued functioning of the banking system.
Now, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. You see them?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and see what Congress is talking about.
Let's see. Hold on, so which one to read? 2? Or?
Yeah, just read it. Continue reading.
Okay. An elaborate mechanism has been developed for...
An elaborate mechanism.
Okay.
I want you to think of that word while you're reading. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. An elaborate mechanism has been developed for investing and evaluating the credit worthiness, credit standing, credit capacity, character, and general reputation of consumers.
Now, does that sound like a government agency? Why would a government agency call your own agency an elaborate mechanism? Does that even make sense?
Nah.
It doesn't, right?
So how does the stuff end up on our stuff?
Continue. We're getting there.
Consumer reporting agencies have assumed a vital role in assembling...
Consumer reporting agencies. Did you see a credit bureau anywhere there?
Oh, okay, all right.
Did they say credit bureau?
We got to protect this man.
Credit bureaus do not exist. They don't. Consumer reporting agencies exist, not credit bureaus. It's right there.
So what's the difference between a consumer report and your credit report?
Well, one is a snapshot of the other. But I don't think... The real question is, what is a credit bureau and what's a consumer reporting agency?
Okay.
One doesn't exist, one does. See, when you call them by their name, you're speaking directly to them. When you call them something that they're not, they don't have to reply to you because you didn't address them.
So who gets the... Okay, so when they call in your phone, like, yo, bruh, like, you need to pay this. Blah,
Those are
blah,
debt collectors.
But can they garnish, like, your check?
Yeah, if there was a judgment and you didn't go to court and they get a... Yeah, they can.
But if it's not legal, like what you're saying, how is that even
Never
possible?
said that.
No.
That's not what I said. See, you can't jump the train. Continue. We're going to break this down.
Okay. Hold on. Let me... so that was...
You should be at number 2.
Yeah. I finished number 2. This is number 3. Consumer reporting agencies have assumed a vital role in assembling and evaluating consumer credit and other information on consumers.
Now, does that sound like a government agency that was appointed to a task of gathering people's information to report it?
Yeah.
They said they assumed the role.
Yeah.
An elaborate mechanism has been formed, meaning they're a completely independent unit, a private unit, a private corporation traded publicly. They are not government affiliated. So when you think bureau, what comes to your mind?
Like FBI.
Government.
Yeah,
if they start feeding the masses information that they are credit bureaus, when a consumer disputes a negative item and it comes back verified, do you think a consumer is going to challenge what they think is a government agency? They're not. Words have power. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word became flesh. Words are powerful.
Okay.
People don't comprehend definitions. They have their own definition of what they think something means. Well, the law tells you exactly what it means. It didn't say credit bureau. It says a consumer reporting agency. So when you call them by their name, the subconscious, the precondition that we had about a bureau does not exist anymore. So now, if they come back and say an item is verified, no, it's not. This information is inaccurate. The law says all inaccurate information must be deleted. 15 USC 1681 EB. It must be deleted.
So how long does this process take?
Well, I can't give you a time frame because it's illegal. You cannot make promises. But I can speak for myself. I did it in 6 months. Not everybody will get the same results. But I was able to move from a 605 to a 805 in relatively 4 to 6 months.
Wow.
Right? So now, late payments. So go back now to 15 USC 1681A.
Okay. go back now.
It's under definitions, rules of construct. So if you type into Google 15 USC 1681A,
yeah,
definitions and rules of construct, right? Now go down to number 2, to exclusions.
Okay, this man know this by heart.
You are the things you consume.
No, facts. Except as provided in paragraph 3, the term consumer report does not include.
All right. So let me ask you a question before you go any further. Exclusion. What does the word itself mean?
Like to take out. Like
okay. So based on definition, it is truth and fact that exclusions mean not to be a part of, to be excluded, does not contain. Yes? So it's important that we comprehend what this whole section means.
Yeah.
Everything in this section does not include. Is that a fair assessment?
No, facts.
All right. Let's continue with that in mind.
Okay. So like what's a 609 letter?
So a 609 is a section of the law.
Okay.
That people used as templates, and they try to use it for everything. Now 609 letters work depending on who is crafting the letter. But people relied solely on 609 and don't even comprehend how to use it. It's not the 609 itself. They don't know how to use the content of the law to get deletions. That's the issue.
Okay. So
right.
Is that something that you use in your...
Not necessarily 609. I use there's different parts of the law for different reasons, which is why we're going into late payments right now. I'm going to show you that the late payment and the utilizations don't exist.
So late payments...
It's right in front of you.
Hold on. Okay, let's go back. Hold on. This is exclusions. Okay. Is it... Which one is it?
No, you got to read it.
Okay, so continue from there. All right. So it says, subject to section 1681S-3 of this title, any report containing information solely as to transactions or experiences between the consumer and the person making the report.
All right. So if you read it like that, you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to read it over.
Report containing...
From the top, exclusion.
Oh, from exclusion.
This is why we miss it.
Okay.
It's a whole game right there that you read it, but you just didn't get it.
Yeah, I would have to get a lawyer to read this. Exclusions. Except as provided in paragraph 3, the term consumer report does not include.
Does not include. So now, is it safe to say everything that follows now is not included? I didn't write it. This was here before I came to the U.S.
Yeah.
Right? This was here when I was on the plane
I
coming
didn't write
here.
this.
Right?
Yeah.
So we read so much out of context. We are not paying attention to the words. We were taught that we need to comprehend sentences. That is not true. Each word has their own individual meaning.
Okay.
You must know what these meanings are. So go again, and you're going to see a whole different thing.
No, I see that. As soon as it says does not include, subject to section 1681S-3 of this title, any report containing information solely as to transactions or experiences between the consumer and the person making the report.
So now, click on the word consumer report. We need to comprehend what consumer report means. What is a consumer report?
Consumer report. In general, the term consumer report means any written, oral, or other communication of any information by a consumer reporting agency bearing on a consumer's credit worthiness, credit standing, credit capacity, character, general reputation, personal characteristics, or mode of living which is used or expected to be used or collected in a whole or in part for the purpose of serving as a factor in establishing the consumer's eligibility for A, credit or insurance, personal, family, or household purposes, employment purposes, or C, any other purpose authorized under Section 1681B of this title.
Now, in that definition of what your consumer report is, did Congress mention that a FICO is a part of your consumer report? Did they mention that a Vantage is a part of your consumer report?
No.
So, by definition, a FICO and your consumer report are two separate things. It's right in front of you.
That's great. But I've always heard.
Wait, it's not what you hear.
No.
This is the misleading information that we're in.
You're right.
Right?
No, you're right. Facts.
So
facts.
that's the definition that came from Congress.
Yeah.
Did you read it? Did you see FICO or Vantage in there?
Yeah, nah.
It's not in there.
So they just came up with this stuff.
Correct. So they're factors, and whatever they think is credit, it doesn't matter, because what the consumer report is a completely independent document from what a FICO or a Vantage score is. Now, so let's go back. I know you got questions. Not yet. Not yet. You're going to confuse yourself. Just bear with me. Not yet.
Yeah. No, okay. Hold on. Okay, so I got to go back now.
Go back to where we were reading.
Yeah.
1681. Yeah. 1681A, we're at number 2.
Yeah.
Exclusions. No, you just read A1.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to click on the definition of what a person means. What do you think a person means?
Like, I'm a person?
You think so? Let's find out the definition, what it means.
Person. The term person means any individual, partnership, corporation, trust, estate, cooperative, association, government, or governmental subdivision or agency or other entity.
So when they're talking about person, do you really think they're talking about you?
Yeah, nah. They just...
Definitions, right? So now I want you to reread the whole statement. Okay. Before we start the rereading, though, let me ask you a question. It says transactions, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is a payment history?
It's the history of all your payments you made.
Of all your what?
Transactions.
There you go. All your transaction makes your payment history.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a line of credit, let's say $10,000, and you're using any given amount, isn't that your experience with the line of credit with that creditor?
Yeah.
All right. I want you to reread the whole statement from number 2.
From exclusions.
Yes. It's very important.
Okay. Except as provided in paragraph 3, the term consumer report does not include, subject to section 1681 S-3 of this title, any report containing information solely as to transactions.
Continue.
Or experiences between the consumer and the person.
The person is the corporation. Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase. So if your transactions between the consumer, you, and Chase are under the exclusion section, and it says it does not include it, where does the late payment come from?
So they just doing that just to do it? But who gives them the power to do this?
They're not supposed to. They do it because consumers don't know. The things that you don't know, the people who know the things that you don't know will use the things that you don't know against you because you don't know it.
Damn.
So how are you going to even know if they're using it?
No, facts. So define the word arbitration.
That's a whole different thing.
So that's not involved in any of this whole credit?
Yeah, it is, but that's a whole different topic.
Mm-hmm.
So arbitration is it's not a court, but it's basically where a dispute settlement occurs. So if we have a contract and there's a breach in the terms of the contract, we go to arbitration to settle it if we don't want to take it to court.
Okay. I get what you're saying. So that's more like...
That's if there's a violation of terms and agreements in a contract. That's when you'd normally go to arbitration. Or if you're suing and somebody don't want to go publicly, let's go settle it in arbitration.
Okay.
It's like the next step before you go to court.
Okay. So explain the whole process of like disputing inaccurate information on my credit report. Like, how does that process work?
You just read a whole ton of information. Now, Wells Fargo got sued by the CFPB for $3.7 billion for applying false mispayments. Well, what is false mispayments? Aren't those late payments?
No.
So think about all the 16 million people that got affected because they don't know consumer law. And this corporation, Wells Fargo, purposely missed payments and applied those to their consumer reports.
Okay.
and they don't know how to get these items deleted. Now, remember when we just went to 15 USC 1681?
Yeah.
What did it say? The banking system is dependent upon fair and accurate credit reporting, right?
Facts.
Unfair credit reporting undermines the banking system. Why do you think people don't trust the banking system now?
Yeah. They called me.
Repossessions,
Yeah.
illegal repossessions, illegal foreclosures, applying mispayment, unscrupulous overdraft fees.
Yeah. Yo. So who you bank with?
Huh?
Who you banking with?
I bank with Bank of America. I got Navy Federal. It doesn't
Okay.
matter who I bank with because, see, if there's an issue, I know how to correct it. The issue is not everybody knows what I know, and this is why I do what I do.
Yeah.
So learning how to use consumer laws, I am able to teach people how to delete anything from their credit. That's the beauty about consumer law. You're
Yeah.
not making stuff up. We're not saying that this doesn't belong to me. That don't work. You have to use the language that was prepared and the language that is used to govern them. It's like you speak Chinese and I'm speaking to you in Mandarin. You're
Yeah.
not going to get nothing that I'm saying.
No, yeah.
Consumer laws are their language. Speak to them using their language.
Facts. So what's the accuracy rate of you getting things deleted off somebody's report? Like,
Everything on a consumer report can be deleted. There's no account.
student loans too?
Please.
What?
Like, where's my damn phone?
You can get student loans taken off?
Hold on, because you'll be thinking I'm playing out.
Mine say, yo, me not play. Student
Alright.
loans?
Hold on. So this is my mentorship. Just scroll in there and see the testimonials. It's my Facebook group. It's one of them. Just scroll.
Okay. All right. So I sent. Okay.
Just keep scrolling.
Removed. Okay. Increased. I like that word. Damn, you can get medical collection stuff deleted.
Just keep scrolling. We probably won't have time because you'll be scrolling for a minute.
Yo.
These are real people.
Yeah.
Consumer laws delete anything from a consumer report. It doesn't matter what it is. Mortgages, car loans, repossessions, open or closed accounts. It doesn't matter what you got. All right. Put into your phone right now, 15 USC 6802.
Hold on. Let me.
15 USC 6802.
15 USC
6802.
6802.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going back to the same.
You're going to be at corner law. You should be at obligations with respect to
Disclosures of personal information.
Correct. Now, go down to opt-out, B.
Opt-out. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Before we read it, what does opt-out mean?
Mean like you don't want to be involved in that.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Opt-out. Number one, in general, a financial institution may not disclose non-public personal information to a non-affiliated third party unless A, such financial institution clearly and conspicuously discloses to the consumer in writing or in electronic form or other form permitted by the regulations prescribed under Section 6804 of this title. So why we don't get these letters?
Did you ask for them?
Hold on, we got to ask?
You're not supposed to. But if you don't know they exist, do you think they have to give it to you?
I would think. If it's
It's
law.
by law they're supposed to. But if they don't, and you don't know that they're supposed to, if they don't, it doesn't matter.
So I could opt out and say, yo, I don't
100. It's in front of you.
Yo,
It's right there.
this is crazy. All this stuff on
The consumer control what gets reported. So you'll hear them say, oh, by law, we have to report it. That is a lie.
But you still got to pay it, though.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
Okay.
You can delete an account that you're paying. There is no law that says it has to report on your consumer report. It's right in front of you.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's their laws.
So what's a cease and desist letter?
That's debt collection now. See, a lot of people are sending out stuff, and some of them don't even know what they're sending out. If we're talking about cease and desist, that's only for collections that relates to a debt buyer or debt collection.
Okay.
So that's 15 USC 1692, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act.
Okay. I saw you post up something saying you can get paid for having inaccurate information on your consumer. How?
All right. So go back to 15 USC 1692N. So you have to put that into Google. 15 USC 1681N.
15 USC
1681N. Should bring you to civil liability.
1681N.
Correct. N as in November. N.
Okay.
Should bring you to civil liability.
Yes, civil liability.
Go ahead.
For willful non-compliance.
Go ahead.
Any person who willfully fails to comply with any requirement imposed under this subchapter with respect to any consumer is liable to that consumer in an amount equal to the sum of any actual damages sustained by the consumer as a result of the failure or damages or not less than $100 or not more than $1,000. Wow.
So now, there's a part that you skipped that you didn't even know you had a whole bag. You skipped one of the most important parts.
What is that?
So it's not that you skipped it. You
It
read
didn't
it.
sink in.
You read it. You read it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you didn't. You just.
It didn't sink.
All right. It says any actual damage. I want you to think about that for a second.
So them stopping me from whether it's getting a house because now all the stuff is on my report. I can't get the fly whip. That's the damage.
Continue. You're on the right track now. I see you're picking up now. It's coming on. I see the light bulb.
Yeah, this is crazy.
So there was a lawsuit. This lady from Florida here.
Uh-huh.
I think she got like 20 point something million. So she got look up Florida lady sues Experian for 20 million.
Florida lady
Sues Experian for 20 million.
Florida lady
Our woman, whatever they put in the news.
sues.
Experian for 20 million.
They don't even want it to pop up. You know they control that too.
Well, the person that got the most money, they can control the narrative.
Yeah, no facts. 20 million. Okay. Yeah, Florida woman files class action lawsuit against Equifax over
Equifax.
credit score errors. Okay, so this is only working if
Read
it's
it. Read it. I promise you, just read it.
okay. Fox Business. A series of credit score errors by Equifax that the firm blamed on a coding mistake has now led to a class action lawsuit brought by a Florida woman who claims that the company violated the Fair Credit Reporting Act by providing inaccurate credit scores.
Inaccurate information. Your credit score is a reflection of the information there. So if she was damaged because she went for a mortgage. The inaccurate information there prevented her from getting the mortgage. By law, you read it, actual damages. She was damaged as a result of their failure, and she won a $20 million lawsuit. Can you get paid for consumer law? Absolutely yes.
I need to check mine and see what's inaccurate. So as long as it's inaccurate,
If
it's accurate,
well, then, what does accuracy mean? All values correct, all values exact. That's what accuracy means. So if everything there is correct, it's correct. However, the consumer also have the ability to report what they want reported. So if there's an account on your credit that you don't want, you have the ability to delete that account. It's not one or the other. It's all of it, bruv. You control the report.
Wow. So how does a person get in your community or get this type of assistance? Let us know. Because I need to know.
So they need to be a part. Remember, I just showed you my university, right?
Yeah.
So by joining my university, becoming a part of the Consumer Law Secrets University, and learning the stuff, we meet every week, twice a week, from 2 to 3, sometimes even 4 hours. And what we're going in is just a tip of what we do. We break the law apart. We go in. We build this. Dude, I build.
So
this.
you educate first before you do the deletions.
Because you have to know what you're doing. When you get a rebuttal, what are you going to say if you don't know?
Facts.
That's why 609 letters didn't work. They send something out, but when they got a rebuttal, they have no clue what to build.
So you let the client do it, or are you doing it?
No, I'm teaching them how to do it. See, I don't believe in giving people fishes. When you give a man a fish, what happens?
Yeah, he just eat for that day.
What happens when you teach a man how to fish?
Eat for life.
There you go.
Damn, so you on a different whole tip. I thought you was just doing the letter stuff, like taking the $250 and then I hit you back in a couple weeks. No. Wow.
I'm teaching you everything that's here, that's inside. I am teaching you. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed because of a lack of information.
Yeah.
So I am teaching you how to do it.
So how much is this running?
So say again.
How much is this costing now?
How much is what costing?
To be a part of your mentorship or your community.
Oh, that's only $3,500, bro.
That's it? For the year?
So it's for as long as you want. If you decide to stay for 10 years, it's up to you, right? But the cool thing is this. People equate price with value. And we've been indoctrinated to think time is money, which is not. It's a whole lie. So some people will say, oh, $3,500. Well, I'm telling you, you're going to pay more than that just buying a car. That I promise you on insurance alone and on interest rate. Yeah. So people have to realize that they are their greatest investment. Until someone realizes that they are their greatest investment, this doesn't click. Because they're looking at this as an expense when it's an investment in their own selves.
Facts.
So people have to invest in themselves. And when you will be ready to take on the next situation.
No, facts.
Right? So the university right now, for anybody watching, it's only $3,500. On a normal day, it's $5,000.
Is it like a payment plan? Or is
yes, I do. I have payment plan. It's 100% approval.
Okay.
100% approval, right? And no credit check, we're good to go. So I already know that you have issues. So why am I going to run a credit check on you? You get what I'm saying? I already know you have issues. Yeah. So it's a 100% financing option. The only thing is now, for you to get the $3,500, you cannot finance our payment plan the $3,500. That's a one-time payment. If you're going to do the financing, then it's $5,000, right?
Okay.
And the other thing is, like, for people right now that just say, yo, Daraine, I don't have that right now, it's cool. Because if they text the word credit, right, just text the word credit to 917-993-5238. I'm going to give them my 30-day course, 2 ebooks so they can start, and they will get results from this. This is what I know because I've done it.
So you giving that for free?
No, it's for only $47. You see, when you give things for free, people don't value it. It must cost.
Yes.
When you pay attention.
It must cost.
It must. Because if it didn't cost you nothing, you're not going to value it.
Exactly.
Right? The heart follows the pocketbook. Yeah. Right? So where thy treasures lie, so does your heart. It's in the Bible.
No, facts.
Right? And so when we text the word credit to 917-993-5238, they'll get 2 ebooks and my 30-day course, all for $47. Okay. By themselves, that's $1,997. That course alone with the ebooks costs $1,997.
Okay.
If someone right now is unwilling to invest $47 in themselves, you deserve to keep your bad credit. Don't bother me. Don't bother me.
Facts.
If you're not willing to invest in your own self for $47, keep your bad credit. I don't want it that much. No.
So what's next for you?
I am building a software, a consumer law AI-powered interactive software where consumers now can use the letters that I have. Damn, I shouldn't be telling y'all this shit. I'm building out a software that will help a lot of consumers.
No, facts. You got to do that, man. People will be like, oh, damn, he ain't got it out yet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna reveal this on my credit summit. So September 30th and October 1st, I'm gonna have my second credit summit. It's where consumers and credit repair business owners come to learn credit. So what I'm telling you now, I'm teaching that live at a conference. How to delete late payments, charge off, medical collections, student loans, bankruptcies. Dude, I'm gonna go in.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, I'm gonna be signing up for that because I got student loans, man. They charging me and the school shut down. I'm like, how the hell? Yes, I went to ITT Tech, and the school is shut down. And I'm like, how y'all still charging me? And the school was fraud.
Oh, wow.
That don't make no sense. I'm like, it's crazy.
Yeah, you need to get that deleted, man.
Yo, I'll be hollering at you ASAP. Brother, but this was so good, man. You taught me the reading part.
If I can add value to your life, this conversation is meaningless.
No, facts. I appreciate you for coming on, man. Let everybody know where they can find you at.
So did we solve the gray area?
Yes, you did.
All right.
I was going to ask you what are the gray areas in the Consumer Report.
So they can find me on social media, Daraine Delevante. Just type DARAINE DELEVANTE into Google. Everything will pop up. Type it into Facebook. I'll pop up. Type it into Instagram. I'll pop up into YouTube. Like, go to my YouTube channel, Daraine Delevante. There is my free content is better than people's paid content. There's people that use my free content to clean their whole reports. Check the testimonials in the comments.
Facts.
You can find me. I am not hiding anywhere. I'm a real person.
That man said he outside.
Find him.
Man, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Williams.
I guess you weren't able to claim it.
I wasn't able to get the 1,000. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Man, we out of here.
Let's go.